Today I'm going to back up to one of the games that I played at Geekway to the West back in May. And I had a great time with playing it. I've played a lot of games since then, and I've been excited to talk about them. This game is Fields of Green from Artipia and Stronghold Games. This game has a really, really clever mechanism in it that I don't think I've ever seen in a drafting game. If you're not familiar with drafting games, you're usually taking a hand of cards or tiles, you're picking one or two, and then you're passing your entire hand to the next player, and they do the same. And then you're either playing those cards right away, or then if you're playing Magic, you save up those cards, you build a deck, and you do something with them. This Fields of Green has a really interesting twist on this drafting mechanism, because normally the cards that you draw in a draft, or your starting hand, is completely randomized. In Fields of Green, there is a random element, but you have a fair amount of choice over the cards that you choose, in that there are 4 stacks of cards. There are field cards, there are livestock cards, facility cards, and building cards, each with a different color back, so they're shuffled into 4 different decks. And as you are creating that opening hand each time you draft, you get to choose how many of each card you want. And there's certain limitations. I think you can't take more than 3 of the same card, or you have to take from 3 different stacks, something like that. So there's a slight limitation. But overall, you're pretty free to choose whatever 4 cards you want. And this creates kind of 2 interesting decisions. Maybe 3. The first is, which cards do you take? And then really there are 2 reasons that facilitate that decision. And they are, 1, you're trying to get at least 1 card that you really, really want. Because you're only going to be able to take 1 card from that hand, and you're passing the rest to the next player. So if I definitely want a purple card, I might draw 3 purple cards and then a few of the other cards, just to give it a little bit of diversity, but mainly to aim for that card type that I want. And there are many different types of cards in each of those colors. But the other consideration is that since you are passing most of the cards on to the next player, what do you not want to give to that player? So if you see that player is maybe they really want purple cards, maybe I would only draw 1 purple card and take it so that they don't have one to take out of my hand. I didn't really play that way in the first game, but I do like in drafting games how there's an organic and indirect interaction happening based on what you take, so that the next player can't take that thing. So I really like how both of those considerations factor in your decision as to which cards you draw to compose your starting hand. It's a basic mechanism. That's all I have to say about it, but I really, really like it. It's a really neat twist on the drafting mechanism. If you have a favorite mechanism in Fields of Green that you'd like to mention in the comments, or a favorite twist on the drafting mechanism in another game, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thanks.